If we're talking about the World Cup, there's always that one team that everyone secretly hopes to avoid. This time around, that team is France. Not because they're unbeatable, but because they seem to have world-class players in every position. While most nations rely on one or two superstars, France can replace elite talent with more elite talent. From a rock-solid defense to a midfield built for control and an attack capable of punishing anyone, Les Bleus have become every contender's biggest headache. So, why has the France team become the World Cup's biggest problem? Let's find out. Number 1, a squad built differently. France have always been known for producing exceptional footballers, but this current squad feels different. Most World Cup contenders have one area that truly stands out. Some boast a devastating attack but struggle defensively. Others dominate midfield, yet lack a clinical finisher. France, however, seems to have found the perfect balance. From goalkeeper to striker, every position is occupied by players who have already proven themselves at the highest level. That's what makes Les Bleus such a frightening prospect for every team chasing World Cup glory. It all begins in goal with Maignan. Replacing a legend like Hugo Lloris was never going to be easy, but Maignan has made the transition look almost effortless. Widely regarded as one of Europe's finest goalkeepers, he has been instrumental in his club's domestic success over recent seasons, while earning a reputation for his incredible reflexes, calmness under pressure, and leadership from the back. His ability to play with the ball at his feet also allows France to build attacks confidently, knowing they have a goalkeeper comfortable enough to start moves rather than simply stop them. In front of him stands a defensive unit that combines strength, intelligence, and composure. William Saliba has developed into one of the world's most complete centre-backs. His commanding performances in recent seasons have earned widespread praise, with many considering him among the very best defenders in the Premier League. Alongside him is Ibrahima Konaté, whose physical dominance, pace, and aerial ability make him a nightmare for opposing forwards. At right back, Jules Koundé brings tactical discipline and versatility, while Theo Hernandez offers something completely different on the left. His explosive, overlapping runs have become one of France's most dangerous attacking outlets, constantly turning defense into attack within seconds. If the defense provides the platform, then the midfield provides the control. Aurélien Tchouaméni has quickly established himself as one of Europe's premier holding midfielders. Since joining one of the biggest clubs in world football, he has continued to mature into a player capable of dictating the tempo of the biggest matches. Whether it's intercepting passes, shielding the defense, or launching attacks with pinpoint distribution, Tchouaméni rarely looks rushed. Alongside him, Eduardo Camavinga brings a completely different dimension. Still remarkably young, he has already collected multiple major trophies at club level, including Europe's biggest prize, while proving he can excel in several positions. His endless energy, technical quality, and ability to escape pressure make him invaluable in tournament football, where control of midfield often decides who progresses and who goes home. Then there's Warren Zaïre-Emery, one of the brightest young talents in world football. Despite his age, he's already shown maturity beyond his years, earning minutes in high-pressure matches and demonstrating why many believe he represents the future of France's midfield. But it's in attack where France becomes truly terrifying. Leading the line is Kylian Mbappé, arguably the most feared forward in international football today. By the age at which many players are only beginning to establish themselves, Mbappé had already won the World Cup. Since then, he has added multiple league titles to his collection, claimed the Golden Boot at the 2022 World Cup, after scoring 8 goals, including a historic hat-trick in the final, and consistently finished among Europe's leading scorers. His move to one of the biggest clubs in world football only reinforced his status as one of the game's global superstars. But numbers alone don't tell the full story. Mbappé's explosive acceleration, ruthless finishing, and ability to produce moments of brilliance from almost nothing mean that every defender is forced to play with one eye constantly fixed on him. Yet focusing solely on Mbappé is exactly where opponents make their first mistake. On one wing is Ousmane Dembélé, a player who has rediscovered the consistency many believed injuries had taken away from him. In recent seasons, Dembélé has played a crucial role in helping his club compete for major honours, contributing important goals and assists, while once again becoming one of Europe's most dangerous dribblers. Comfortable using either foot, He keeps defenders guessing every time he receives the ball. 1 second he's driving toward the byline, the next he's cutting inside to create a chance. That unpredictability makes him one of the hardest players in world football to defend. Then there's Michael Olise, whose rise has been nothing short of spectacular. After establishing himself as one of the Premier League's most creative young players, he earned a move to one of Europe's elite clubs and immediately justified the hype. His recent campaign produced goals, assists, and standout performances that showcased not only his technical brilliance, but also his intelligence in the final third. Olise doesn't rely solely on pace. Instead, he dissects defenses with clever movement, exceptional vision, and perfectly weighted passes, giving France another completely different attacking profile. Even beyond those names, France continues to overwhelm opponents with options. Bradley Barcola has emerged as one of Europe's most exciting young forwards, using his blistering pace and fearless direct running to stretch defenses. His development over the last 2 seasons has given France yet another explosive weapon capable of changing games from the start or off the bench. And that's the real problem for the rest of the World Cup. France doesn't simply possess great players, they possess great players with completely different strengths. Mbappe brings devastating speed and clinical finishing. Dembélé offers chaos and unpredictability. Olise delivers creativity and precision. Barcola injects relentless pace and energy. Behind them is a midfield built for control, protected by a defense trusted to handle the biggest occasions. Very few national teams can boast one world-class player in every area of the pitch. France can boast several, and while their starting 11 is already enough to worry every opponent, the truly frightening part is that this isn't even the full extent of what they have to offer. Their greatest weapon isn't just the quality on the field, it's the quality still waiting on the bench. That's where the World Cup's France problem becomes even more difficult to solve. Number 2, why is their depth so dangerous? France's greatest advantage isn't that they have the best player in the tournament. It's that losing one star doesn't force them to change who they are. Most national teams spend years building around a handful of key players, knowing that one injury or suspension could completely derail their World Cup dreams. France simply doesn't have that problem. Take almost any position on the pitch, and there's another elite player ready to step in. If one attacker isn't performing, another arrives with a completely different skill set. Need more pace? France has it. Need creativity between the lines? They have that too. Need a physical presence to unsettle defenders? There's an option for that as well. It's a level of flexibility that very few nations can match. That depth also gives manager Didier Deschamps a tactical advantage. He isn't forced to stick to one formula. Depending on the opponent, he can adjust the team's shape, introduce fresh legs without sacrificing quality, or completely change the rhythm of a game. In tournament football, where matches are often decided by the smallest margins, having those options can be the difference between going home and lifting the trophy. Just look at the attacking options France possess. Opponents spend days preparing for Kylian Mbappé, only to be confronted by the pace of Bradley Barcola, the flair of Michael Olise, or the unpredictability of Ousmane Dembélé. Stop one thread, and another immediately appears. It's like trying to plug one leak only to discover 3 more. The same applies in midfield. Aurélien Tchouaméni, Eduardo Camavinga, and Warren Zaire-Emery each bring different qualities, allowing France to control matches in multiple ways. Whether they need composure in possession, relentless pressing, or the energy to dominate the closing stages, they have the personnel to make it happen. And that's what should concern every remaining team in the World Cup. Tournament football isn't won by the strongest starting 11 alone. It's won by squads capable of surviving injuries, suspensions, fatigue, and the relentless demands of playing every few days. France has built exactly that kind of squad. While other contenders may hope their biggest stars stay fit from the first whistle to the final, France don't have to rely on hope. They rely on depth. And when a team can replace world-class talent with more world-class talent, it becomes more than just another favorite. It becomes the kind of opponent nobody wants to face. That's exactly why France remains one of the biggest obstacles standing between every other nation and World Cup glory. Number 3. Why France is everyone's biggest problem. If there's one lesson the World Cup has taught us over the years, it's that talent alone doesn't win championships. Every tournament begins with a handful of favorites, yet only one team lifts the trophy. The difference is often depth, adaptability, and the ability to deliver when the pressure is at its highest. That's exactly where France separates themselves from almost everyone else. Think about what it takes to win a World Cup. A team must navigate high-intensity matches, recover in just a few days, deal with injuries, suspensions, and tactical adjustments, all while facing opponents that become stronger with every round. By the time the knockout stages arrive, every squad is carrying some level of fatigue. That's when having quality across the entire roster becomes priceless. France doesn't need every player to have a perfect tournament. If one star has a quiet evening, someone else is capable of taking over. One match, it could be Kylian Mbappé producing a moment of magic. The next, it might be Ousmane Dembélé stretching defenses with his pace and unpredictability. Another day, Michael Olise could unlock a stubborn defense with a single pass, while Aurélien Tchouaméni quietly controlled the midfield without grabbing the headlines. That's what makes France so difficult to stop. They don't depend on one hero. The same confidence runs through the back line. With leaders like William Saliba and Ibrahima Konaté, plus the assurance of Maignan in goal, France have the kind of defensive foundation that allows their attacking players to play with freedom. Every part of the team complements the other, creating a balance that very few nations can match. Of course, none of this guarantees that France will win the World Cup. Football has never worked that way. A single mistake, an inspired opponent, or a moment of bad luck can change everything in a knockout tournament. But if there's one team the rest of the field would rather avoid, it's hard to look beyond Les Bleus. Because when you combine world-class defenders, tireless midfielders, explosive attackers, and a bench filled with players who could start for almost any other nation, you create something every rival fears. Not just a great team, but a complete one. And that's the World Cup's major problem for France. It's not simply that France has superstars. They have quality in every department, answers to almost every challenge, and enough depth to keep competing at the highest level no matter what the tournament throws at them. If the other contenders want to lift the trophy, sooner or later they'll have to solve the puzzle that is France. Until then, Les Bleus remain the team nobody wants standing in their way. Whether France goes on to lift the trophy or not, one thing is clear. They remain the team every World Cup contender has to overcome. But what do you think? Are Les Bleus the biggest threat in this tournament, or is another nation better equipped to go all the way? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.